Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to some more random replays. Today we have 3 random battles, all different tiers, all different tanks, and what amazing battles these are. And the first up, we are going to watch, I can't quite get the name, but I'll get it in a minute. We're going to watch the SP1C on Fort Despair. Now, the SP1C is not really a popular tank. It used to be, when it come in the game, it used to be OP, and I'm not lying. It used to be completely OP, especially if you played it as a platoon. Now, obviously back then it was +2, -2. So yes, you would see tier 5, but in this tank you would also see tier 9. So it was a tough tank to play, but it had an autoloader, and the autoloader was very, very good. Nowadays, the autoloader is pretty much the thing that got nerfed on the tank, so it's more beneficial to play the stock gun, which is what we are seeing here, and it is on Fort Despair. And as we know that this position on the map, if you can get this position on the map, it can be an amazing, one of the best positions actually in the game. And yes, we are going to come up against some not so skilled, put it politely, enemies. But this guy does absolutely fantastic in a tank that everyone bullies. I mean, if you see an SP1C, you bully it, and there's no other way around it. You either shoot it with HE, or you just ram it for fun. If you're in a Dracula, there's only one thing to do against an SP1C, and that is to ram it. And you can literally take out a full hit point SP1C by ramming it in a Dracula, if you are going at a quick enough pace. And there's nothing more fun than doing that. It is hilarious, and you can almost literally tip the tank over. So at the moment, he did get lucky with the Dragon. He did get very lucky with the Type 62, because he is a one-shot now. There's still 5 tanks left alive, and he's a one-shot to any tank out there. So he does need to be very, very careful, because the heavies around only need to sort of splash him with the HE. But the WZ111, because he's pushing forward. Now, the only downfall with this position is, yes, you are getting the side shots, but every time you shoot, you are going to be spotted. So he's always pretty much going to be spotted every time he shoots. And now he has to be careful from that WZ111. Now, his chieftain on his team has gone forward. There is the Super Persian he needs to really be careful of. There is the ISU 152, that's a one-shot, but he still needs to be careful of him. And of course there's the 111 and the EXP. So he's trying to get the damage, but he doesn't want to poke out long enough. I mean, look, he's spotted and he has no choice just to back up into cover, and he needs his team to start pushing on the left. He needs them to start pushing this WZ just to take the attention, and they are going to take the attention. Now, the Chieftain has actually done a really good job in flanking around, taking the attention of the EXP and the Tankenstein and the Super Persian. So he alone, yes, he's not going to survive, but he alone has taken 3 tanks out of the game, and that of course leaves the WZ on his own. And this was a perfect until that guy dies, because it was now 3 tanks, and when that chieftain pulled the 3 tanks around, that is when these 2 tanks started pushing. So it was actually a great push, a well-timed push, but unfortunately the chieftain dies and one of his other teammates dies. So it is now, he finally takes out the WZ to bring it down to a 2-on-2. The Super Persian, he needs to be dealt with. There is still Tankenstein to be dealt with. That's almost half HP. So there's still a lot of work to do. And the Lurver on his team hasn't done a lot of damage, but he's doing damage when he needs to be doing damage. And he is going to start losing hit points. Now, the Tankenstein has a really big alpha gun, but definitely need to be careful of the Tankenstein. Now, the penetration on the SP1C isn't the greatest, so the Super Persian is also going to be a very difficult tank to pen. And the only way he's going to really pen the Super Persian if he comes out sideways, or if he can get a shot on the hatch. And of course, to get a shot on the hatch, he's going to have to expose his tank, and he's going to be in danger. So I like what he's doing here. He is backing up. He does get spotted, but he backs up. So that means when he is spotted, he can just go forward, which is a lot quicker to get into cover. So there goes the Tankenstein, and it now leaves the just the Super Persian left to go. So he's just going to reset his camo. He's going to reset his camo, then he's going to wait for the Lurva to spot the Super Persian, and as he spots him, there we go, he's going to turn. He gets one shot, leaves him on 14 HP. He is now getting focused, so he's just going to wait. I thought he was just going to wait until the Lurva, but nope, he wants the kill, and he gets the kill. 3 kills, 4,500 damage in the SP1C. I mean, 4,800 damage. It's not the best for tier 7, but to be honest, in the SP1C, that is absolutely a fantastic job. 1,495 base XP, which is fantastic for a tier 7 tank. So very well played. Next up, we are going to watch T54. We're going to watch Luna in the T54. Now, this battle is one of the best battles I've seen in the T54. One of the best. Not the best, one of the best. And the enemy make it easy for him, because the enemy, again, they're not so skilled, and this should be like 1 in 100 chance to win this game. It should not be a win at all. Doesn't matter how good this player is in the T54, it should not be a win. So he's spotted the middle here, and he gets the spots. Well, he doesn't get the spots, but the lightweight is getting the spots from a couple of tanks. So he now knows that there is a couple of tanks there up ahead. He does get the shot on the T69, and now there's the WZ1122. Now this pattern is getting shot, so which means there might be some tanks to the right, but he's going to focus on the T69, and again there's the T54E1. So at the moment there's 6 tanks spotted. There is 6 tanks spotted. The only tank that is not spotted is the Waffle. So the Waffle, as we know, need to be very careful of the Waffle. He's a very dangerous target. Very dangerous target. It's one of the best tier 9 TDs in the game. Maybe even one of the best tier 9s overall at the moment. So at least they know where 6 of the tanks are. Well, now 5. One is dead. The T54E1 takes out the WZ111. Now he's going to try and get some shots on the lightweight. But he doesn't want to get out in the open because there is a lot of tanks around this area, and now there is another tank down. Unfortunately, that was just a troll bounce. Look at that. Fuck you, says the 111. He's not happy. He really isn't happy. So it's now 2 tanks down for each team, and he's going to get some side shots there on the WZ. Now him and his teammate here by the cap area are actually doing a very good job, and they're getting these side shots. And here comes the Waffle. The Waffle is finally spotted, and the IS-3 has gone towards the Waffle. Now personally, I would now rush that Waffle. I would rush that Waffle. I wouldn't worry about the tanks to the left, because the IS-3 is going up against the Waffle, and if the Waffle is targeting the IS-3, the T54's DPM is actually not too bad. It's actually quite good, and yes, there is a T54E1 there, but they should definitely focus on this Waffle. 2 tanks on the Waffle, especially if you're shooting HE, he won't last very long, and you can take him out, look, as you can see there, very quickly, and it's only going to take the T54 2 shots to clear him. But at the moment it is a 3-on-4, but there's a lot of hit points to get through. There is a lot of hit points to get through, and hit points are not what his team have got. They haven't got many hit points at all. Gets that shot on the WZ, gets a bounce, but now he has the WZ111 behind, and he's got the ST pushing, and he makes the right choice here. He's going to go around. It is now a 2 versus 4. Unfortunately, does bounce that shot, but he's going for the 1 shots, and all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 4. He gets that shot there, gets the kill, 2 kills to bring it down to a 1 versus 3. Now he's got a lot of hit points. He's got a lot of hit points, but if the T54E1 gets his clip on him, I mean, just like this, I mean, he gets shot once from the T54, and all of a sudden, he's down to a 1 shot. He's on 199 hit points against 3 tanks. 2 of them are basically full hit points. It's just stupid, and now he's just trapped behind a rock. With the ST coming and the T54E1 there, this should not be possible. The T54E1 does make the mistake into poking out. Here comes the ST1. He gets that troll bounce there. Here comes the WZ, and he's going towards the ST. And again, I love it what he does here. He knows that the ST is on a reload. He's going to use him as protection. He's going to try and get that shot. Luckily, again, he gets a troll bounce, and the ST misses his shot. So he now knows both are on a reload, and he's going to use that opportunity to get the hell out of there. If he stays where he is not surviving. And I love the fact that his team show their appreciation. They know that it's he's done a very good job. At the moment, he's on 4,700 damage. 1,200 block damage, but there's still a lot of hit points to get through, ladies and gentlemen. There is still a lot of hit points to get through. Surely this can't be a win. It can't be a win. It's impossible, almost impossible to be a win. However, nothing's impossible in this game, but he comes in at a different direction, different angle, gets that shot and gets the miss on that WZ. So what he's done basically now is he's run away and he's now split those tanks apart, because if those two tanks go together, there is no way that the T-54 is winning this game. But the ST looks like he's deciding to cap, which is probably the best decision to do. And if I'm honest, the WZ should be doing that as well. They should both be on cap, because you're not going to outrun a T-54 into heavies. Again, love what he does here. He manages to use that rock for protection. He does miss, however, but so does the ST. And now he can just poke out and proper aim in, have the time to aim in and get that shot. And now the ST knows that there's no time. So he's got now no choice but to rush. But they should be rushing together. They shouldn't be splitting up. But again, they shouldn't be losing this. They should not be losing this. Nice track there, but unfortunately I thought the WZ was going to shoot as he tracks. He does the second time. Ha, tricked you. Perfect, absolutely perfect. I love it when this happens. I absolutely love it. I think I actually prefer that more than an ammo rack, where you shoot someone's track, you spin them around and they shoot. It's not so fun when it happens to you, but it is lovely to see, especially if you're on a one shot like we are here. So now it's just him and the ST. Manages to put the ST on fire. What a game. What an absolute legend. So thank you for sending me that in. 1,200 block damage, 6,573 damage. Klobanov, he gets everything. 1,682 base XP. So thank you, Luna, for sending me that in. Fantastic battle. Absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Phantom. And he's in one of the most OP tanks in the entire game, the WZ-121FT, and he's on Canal. Now, he's going to play this exactly how I don't play it. Now, I never play this as a TD. It's OP. It's got good armor. It's got a great gun, got great speed, great traverse, great gun. Everything about the tank is OP. So I never play it sitting at the back, sniping. However, Phantom is going to do that, and it's actually going to pay off. So Canal, a lot of his team, some of his team have gone left middle, and his two medium tanks, his only two medium tanks, have gone right, but they rushed in pretty hard. They have rushed in pretty hard against two other medium tanks, and they are actually getting deleted. The Leopard PTA is very low hit points, and now the other tanks, the TDs, there's the three TDs, they have spotted as well. So are the heavies here as well? Surely not all the tanks can be here. There is the Tiger 2, so it actually looks like every single tank on the enemy team are in this direction. So he now needs to be careful. There's the Leopard gone, the high tier is gone, and the IS-5 is here for protection. So at the moment he's doing all right. He hasn't had any damage yet. He is going to get a HE there into the waffle, a nice 513 damage into him. But at the moment he's in a good position. He's not getting focused on, all while there's tanks in front of him. As long as he remains unspotted, he's going to absolutely do brilliantly. But this is the kind of position is where it's a fantastic position, but really you need the enemy team to start pushing, because if they are, just like this Tiger 2, stupid decision from the Tiger 2, and they are all poking out to get that shot. I mean, the IS-5 has got a really strong turret, so which means they need to poke out, expose their tank to get the shot on the IS-5, and that is great for our man Phantom right here. Now, I would have gone for that Tiger 2, even a HE shot. I would have definitely gone for that Tiger 2. If you watch my video about taking lower hit point tanks out, you should be taking that out, especially when there's two tanks of yours down already, and there's still 7 tanks on the enemy team, and there's a couple of his tanks to the right, but they're against 7 tanks. So I would have definitely taken out that Tiger 2 while I had the chance, instead of going for the damage. However, he does get spotted, and what he decides to do is go down as soon as he's spotted. He does get shot, But as soon as he's reset his camo, he's going to go back. Because at the minute, he's not spotted. So, and he doesn't go as far forward as he was. So he can now get those shots off the tanks that are pushing this IS-5. The IS-5 is now very, very low hit points. And he's still not getting spotted. He's going to get a shot there on the Ferdinand. Unfortunately, only manages to track the Ferdinand. The IS-5 has backed up all the way down. So that means the enemy are going to start pushing a bit more forward. And because they're going to start pushing a bit more forward, it means there's more chance of him getting spotted. Now, the Borzik makes a mistake, exposes himself to get the shot. And finally, we do have the first kill. 4 against 6. But his VK is bleeding hit points. His IS-5 is bleeding hit points. There goes the Pantera. The Pantera thought he was going to rush in and get the kill, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't. Now, he does rush this shot here on the IS-8. The IS-8's not moving. There was no need really to rush that shot. You had plenty of time to get that shot in. However, he does the next time. But now he's easy win. Look at that Pantera, easy win. You spoke too soon, Sunshine. You spoke too bloody soon. 3 against 5. There's still a lot of work to do. He's on 4,400 damage. In fact, he's on 4,800 damage. He had a blind shot. I think it was against the Ferdinand. And there's now a lot of tanks that are low hit points. I mean, the Waffle is a one-shot. If he can get a high roll there on the T-54, which is exactly what he does, 500 high roll, max roll, very nice indeed. And now they bring it down to a 3-on-4. Anything can happen now. There's 3 of the tanks are pretty much a one-shot. The only tank that's not a one-shot is that Ferdinand. So he's going to poke up. The Ferdinand, I think, actually misses. And he's going to get another blind shot into that Ferdinand, which I do think, yes, it did hit and leaves him now on a one-shot. So it's 3 against 4, and they are pretty much all one-shot. So now is the time you can be a little bit more aggressive, but you still need to be careful because he's only on 800 hit points. So if he gets shot from the Ferdinand and say the T-54, he's dead. So he does need to be careful. Now he tries a snapshot there, which is unfortunate because that now gets him spotted. So as he's going towards the tanks, they know he's coming towards. So I would have just spotted. Stupid decision there from the Waffle. I think he was shooting HE, only does 100 or so damage, and he does clear the Waffle. So as I was just saying, when he was spotted, he just kept going. I would have probably maybe backed up because they know where he's coming, and he's going to really pay. Really lucky that the IS-8 misses, and he misses that shot on the Ferdinand. Now he misses another shot. He's going to get another bounce. Just when you need it, he gets a bounce. And actually, that was his first bounce. And here comes the IS-8. He's panicking. He's panicking. He knows he's had a good game. He's on over 6,000 damage. Here comes the IS-5, who's still alive from earlier. He's still alive. And he kills that tank. And it now just leaves a 2-on-2. He knew that the T-54 was going to flank round. Again, he gets another lucky bounce just when he needs it. How is this? Oh, my God. The T-54 has just cost him the game. He was solely focused on the WZ. He forgot that the IS-5 was there. And he rams him and he dies. Never mind. It's a win. Fantastic win. And actually, at the moment, this period, this is the Hall of Fame in this tank. 6,695 damages. 149,000 credits. 1,704 base XP. Great games. Thank you all for sending me those in. Thank you guys that are watching this live as the premiere, and thank you everyone else who is just watching it as a video. The support you guys give me means so much, so I'd like to thank every single one of you. I'm Meadsy. I'll see you soon.